Hello, my loves, and welcome back to a brand new podcast episode here on Abundant Self, the podcast. I'm your host, Jules, entrepreneur, coach, and I'm so excited for you to be here with me, sitting down, or if you're on a walk, walking, listening to me, or whatever you're doing meanwhile that you listen to this podcast. I'm just so excited that you pressed play, and once again, you're here sharing your precious time with me. Thank you so much again. Also for all your support, for going and hitting that subscribe button, for leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, as this really helps me to continue making these videos and continue to also grow the show. I have this mission of helping you to up-level your life, to change your life, to give you all the tools, manifestation techniques, mindset shifts, everything that has helped me really to live the life that I'm now living, where I say I can wake up and I am so fulfilled, so excited about every day. Right now, as I'm recording, I'm seeing the ocean from my apartment right here. Tiny piece of ocean, but I see this and it makes me just so grateful, but also like coming back to my mission. So I guess sure of what I'm teaching you guys when it comes to manifestation, because everything you want is possible for you. And it doesn't matter if someone says that you're dreaming too big or that, you're unrealistic. No. Whatever you have on your heart, whatever it is that you want in your life, it is meant to come true. And if for any reason you feel like you want more, you feel like manifestation, personal development is something that really interests you, I'm always here to help you. I'm always here to support you. My 12-week signature coaching program, Abundant Self Academy, is also open, is available for you to enroll at any given time. I'm going to link down in the show notes below the link so you can check it out, what it is all about. And now, without further ado, this was a really long intro. Let's get into the episode. If you can also hear the oven in the background, there's like a ticking. I hope you can't hear it through the microphone, but if you can, I'm making a German apple pie right now. Apfelkuchen in German. Which is cool because our days are actually counting down. And when you listen to this episode, when you watch me, I am probably most likely already going to be in Germany. Now, why is it that I'm pre-recording this episode, and why I decided to sit down right now and film this is because it's going to be a surprise. So no one knows. I was not able to share beforehand on my stories, on Instagram, on the podcast. I know that I always want to let you in to my life and what's going on. Like I really want that. But it was a surprise. Like we surprised Darren and I, we flew back to Germany. I mean, we are going to fly back to Germany. I hope it happens. But when you listen to this episode, we are probably going to be in Germany right now. So my sister's wedding is coming up in October, late October. So what's going to happen is she has no idea. We're about to surprise her. So exciting. And therefore, obviously, I couldn't, upload anything before that date because she would know and my other siblings would know. And so, it's just a big surprise, which I'm very excited for. And that's why I want to also in this podcast episode speak a little bit about change and how you really can surrender and let go and not like freak out when change happens or when new things come into your life, or you have to let go of a few things. And so, I basically speak about that because it's just very present for me right now, because I know that there is going to be change. We're going to be in Germany for a while, seeing my family, also my friends back home. And then when we come back to Chile in late November, we're with my family because part of my family comes and visits us in Chile. Like they want to see how we live. They want to, just get to know the country and also connect with Darrow's family. So this is going to be very beautiful because it's like just, two different cultures. So cool. So there's a lot of change happening. And then going into the end of the year, when Christmas comes up and this whole December is normally a busy month and with a lot of happening, I just feel like we all need this reminder that change is actually a good thing. Because what happens is, and again, I'm speaking here right now just from my personal experience, what happens is we as human natures, as human beings, we are creatures of habits. We are always we're just habitual. We are just so used to doing one thing or doing, a certain, just having a certain routine and keeping that routine up. And so whenever there is some change or whenever there is something new, it sometimes really can be scary because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Right now, I don't know where I'm going to spend Christmas. Is it going to be here in Chile? Is it going to be in Germany? Is it going to be somewhere else? Because we're just, traveling and going with the flow and seeing where next, where our intuition really leads us to. And so there is a lot of change. And I think sometimes, even though it's scary, even though it's like frightening and we're like, oh my goodness, so much change, like in a couple months more, I'm not going to live here anymore, or I'm not going to have this or that. Don't get too attached to it. I'm telling it literally to myself. Like, change is something so good because with change, of course, there come challenges. But with those challenges, you are going to grow. And what we want here, why we are also right now here on Abundant Self, the podcast, coming together, listening to this episode, is because you want to become your most abundant self. You want to grow. You want to evolve. You want to become a better version every single day. At least that's what I really want. And I think you also do. I have this feeling. So let this change. Let it just be okay. Let also it be okay to have different phases in life, to have phases where you know exactly what you want and you do it and you go for it. And then there are phases where maybe you are unclear or you're just not really sure about the next steps. You are not sure about in 6 months, 5 months more, where you're going to be at, in which job, how life is going to look like. You don't always have to have it figured out. That is the main message. That is what is just coming through. What I really want to leave you with today through this podcast episode is change is awesome. Change is incredible. Change is great. And learning how to deal with that change and learning how to adapt also to new situations, that is really what is going to help you so much when it comes to your mindset, to having this growth mindset. You know how they always speak about having a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And basically all it means is the fixed is obviously it's stagnant, right? It's just fixed. However, the growth mindset is expansion. It's growing. It's not knowing what is happening in a month, but trusting that you are protected, you are guided, and that it's going to be okay, that you are going to be okay, even though there's change. So let this be your reminder. Take a deep breath in right now with me together through the nose, out through the mouth, and let this be a reminder that change is okay and that you are going to be fine. You're going to be more than fine because when you believe in yourself, in what you're doing, and also the support that is given at any time, there's endless support out there for you. When you know that, you're not afraid anymore of change because you know, first of all, this or something better. There's always going to be something even better happening for me. And the second thing is you trust that whatever is going to happen, whatever your change looks like, maybe in your career, changing jobs, or wanting to change jobs, not knowing, which path to go. Trust that whatever experience is coming your way, it's just going to benefit you in the long run. It's going to benefit you. It's going to give you more skills. It's going to prepare you maybe for something even bigger and better. Thank you so much for being here. This needed to be said. I also feel really good that I said this. I by the way, listen to my own podcast episodes. So I probably, when this comes out, I'm going to be listening. I'm like, okay, change is good. Change is good. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. As always, feel free to share this episode with a friend, with a partner, with a sibling, someone who also needs to hear this. Maybe she's going or he's going through some challenges right now, some changes, some tough times. And listening to this episode might make her day or his day. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for being here. Slide into my DMs at Jules Manifests if you have any questions, if you want me to do any specific podcast episodes about, a certain topic. And other than that, I love you so, so much. And I see you next week.